guys, Blissy Blake here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, quick update for you guys. The gaming PC I spent a year buying parts and building is now finally complete. This is my full setup right now. And this is the build video for that PC. Now, I was going to do somewhat of a jump cut in the opening to kind of like where I start the beginning of the video at the end of the video, but it took so long to get the monitor and the keyboard that I ended up getting a haircut, and that just wasn't going to work for the video, so we're just going to start off here at a post-production clip. So, let's get started with the build. Also, I do want to apologize for the opening of this. Sorry, I gotta look at I'm using the frontal camera of this, so I'm going to start looking at myself here. I'm trying to focus on here, but it's pretty hard. I gotta start off by saying that I'm going to apologize in advance for the beginning of this video, because I did get a, what do you call it? Hold on. A lavalier mic to start using in my videos so you guys can hear me clearly and not get a bunch of echo, but I had it on my hat and it got really loud. It made the audio really loud, so you're going to be hearing that throughout pretty much the entire build. But anyway, let's get to the build, shall we?
Yep, that's right. I'm building this PC. This is the video you guys have been waiting for so long. If you've been watching my channel for a while now, you'll see that I've been progressively buying parts for this PC. It started off with this TikTok I made at the beginning of the year.
By the way, I scanned your food and it comes to $1 gazillion.
Elmo has a T-Rex and a Go Fish card.
And now, we're right here, getting ready. So let me discuss all the parts and then we'll get to the build. So for starters, this is the case. This is an Antec, I can't read it, DF600 Flux. This is a mid-sized tower. It looks bigger because it's only in the box. We'll have to pull that out later. For the motherboard, I went with this. Thank you for falling during the filming, sir. For the motherboard, I'm using this Asus ROG Strix B50F. It has a Wi-Fi antenna because I am going to be using Wi-Fi. It runs on 128 gigs, which is pretty much all I need. And it uses DDR4 settings, which is what I'm using for the RAM here. This is Trident Z RGB RAM sticks. It is 32 gigs total with two 16 gig RAM sticks. 3600, I think, is what the frame rate is. I don't know. I'll learn about that later. For the CPU, I'm using a Ryzen 5600X CPU. This is the chipset that works with this motherboard. You got to make sure that every single part works on the motherboard, or else the whole computer won't work at all. Now this does come with its own cooling fan, but I decided to just buy an RGB cooling fan. This is the Hyper 212 Halo Black from Cooler Master. This runs on a few Intel parts. It also works on AM5 and AM4 sockets. Now, I was going to do AM5 for this build, but all the motherboards I looked at had pretty bad reviews, and it was really expensive, so I decided to lower my budget and just go with DDR4. For the graphics card, it is another Asus product. This is the Asus Dual 3060 RTX GeForce. It runs on 12 gigs of memory, and for the price of it, it's pretty good for a beginner's graphics card. The power supply here is an RM850E Corsair power supply. And behind everything here, because it fell over because somebody can't stay off the table, talking to you, Jack, a WD Black, I have no idea what brand this is, WD Black, oh, Western Digital, 1 terabyte SSD for memory storage. That is actually not a computer part. This is my water. I'm going to be drinking this while I'm filming this video. And now, we got some unboxing to do. This one is already opened because I pre-opened it months earlier after I got it. I got to do this off the table. There we go. Ooh, don't drop it. Dear God. Hold it out and it's not even facing the right way. There we go. Hold on. Forgot to mention something. Tools. You're going to need tools for this build. I'm going to need a few screwdrivers to loosen everything up, and a knife to cut everything open. Mittens is trying to climb in the box. I'm sorry, Mittens, but you can have the box when I'm done. But for now, I gotta build this thing. And actually, I'm not gonna start with the case just yet, because first thing I need to do is prep the motherboard. Now, I don't know a lot about computer parts. I was just gonna buy a pre-built, but my brother said that building your own is better. We'll see if he's right.
Alright, so here's the unboxing of the motherboard, and for some reason my phone decided to go into slow-mo while recording. I don't know why, it just came out that way. I didn't set it there. Also, I am cutting open the box with a knife, as I am with all boxes, because if you don't open up your boxes with a knife, you're not doing it right. And there it is right there. There's actually a whole lot of other stuff in this box, and I'll show you guys later. Like, there's the Wi-Fi antenna, which I'm going to be using later on. Alright, here I am officially pulling it out of the box in slow motion. Now I'm trying to pull it out of the bag, but I was afraid of shortening it because it shortens out very easily, so I decided to cut it open instead. Again, being careful with the knife, making sure not to scratch up the motherboard, because one scratch and that thing's gone.
I think I'm just gonna rip it open. I don't trust this packaging. Okay. I don't know a whole lot about PCs. This is my first time building a PC, but I've been watching a lot of Crater and Noisy Butters builds, so I think I'm feeling confident about this. Right. First step is to put the CPU on the CPU socket. There it is right there. You want to be really careful with this because these pins on the back bend very easily. I don't want to ruin this thing. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing out first. Oh, it's out. Okay. Okay, there's supposed to be a spot here somewhere where the gold arrow would go. I believe this is the spot right here. You just wanna drop it in place. Nope. I don't think that went in. Actually, it's in. It's in. Look at that. I'm a pro. Okay. I think for safety measures, I'm just gonna put this in next. Okay. Sorry if you see me shake a lot, I'm nervous. Typically, they would go in the second slot and fourth slot. Let's check the instructions on that. Okay, I was looking for the instructions in this box, and I found some cool stuff. It comes with a CD. I guess this is for building purposes. I'll save that. Comes with this lanyard. I'm keeping this. Comes with all these really cool stickers. I may throw that on the PC once I'm done with it. Some of this stuff. I have no idea what this is, but I kind of want to keep it. And then I find the instruction manual. And it doesn't really say anything on the RAM, so I'm just going to do a typical second and fourth slot installation. Which side did I open? This way? There we go. Nice. That's one. That was weak. But both are in. I think next I'm going to go ahead and install the SSD. Also, I probably should have switched to this angle a long time ago because I kind of like it more. Again, I'm being tedious with this because this motherboard will shorten out if I do it wrong. Wrong way. There we go. This goes here. Oops. That one kind of slipped. Is there a screw that goes in here? Oh, it's this. I think I have to... How am I going to get that thing out?
Alright, after doing some research and searching all kinds of sources, I still cannot find an answer. There are no screws on the motherboard for me to use, so the SSD is being postponed until further notice. Instead, I think I'm just going to focus on adding the cooling system. Now, the CPU I got did come with its own cooling system right here, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to be using my own. There it is. Alright, here's the RGB fan that it comes with. I had this pointing the other way. Here's the system itself. And here's all of the parts. Alright, now if I was doing this with Intel, I would be using this part right here, but I'm not. So I'm going to be using this bent metal piece here. And first I got to take these off. And it also comes with this little itty bitty thing of thermal paste. It won't stay focused on it, but you'll see what it's for later. Alright, let's take these out. Is this out? Nope. Okay, scratch that. These are meant for AM4, not those other ones. All right, some trial and error. I realized that they definitely go in this way. I hope this isn't picking up the music in the background. I may add some music myself to this. Alright, let's peel this off. And now we're going to need to apply this thermal paste in the center of this. We're supposed to add a pea-sized amount. Okay. And you just stick it in the center. I think that might be the perfect amount. Alright, now that it's properly installed, let's just squish it on top of the thermal paste. Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and install the fan. Well, this is unfortunate. I cannot use this CPU cooler. You can see with this plug here, it requires a 3-pin installation, and none of these pins are of a 3-pin section. Unfortunately, I have to uninstall this and use the cooler that came with the CPU. I don't have a choice. And that also means I have to clean off the thermal paste on here, because you don't want to mix thermal pastes. Oh, the thermal paste spread like I wanted it to. That's good. But now I have to clean it off.
Alright, everything's cleaned up, and now we're going to put this on. As you can see, it has pre-applied thermal paste, so I don't have to apply it again. Alright, should go... Well, screwed it up again, so I gotta reapply it again. Might as well use the rest of this.
Alright, after some fiddling around, I finally found the screws to put in the SSD, so we'll go ahead and do that. First, we gotta install this in here so that it actually works. The hardest part of this whole build is the recording. There we go. That went right in like I wanted it to. Now, no. Let's try that again. No. Why does it keep falling out? There we go. Now we'll screw this in. There we go. Now, right before I put this back on, I gotta peel this off. And just like that, the motherboard is now complete. Alright, now that the motherboard is prepped up, it's time to take the glass off of this case and put it in. Ooh. This should I don't want to break this. Woo! All right. This is fun. Little box here. I gotta cut this off. Ooh! Oh, maybe not use a knife when cutting a strap tie. But that is the extra fan that comes with this case. There's something moving in that trash can in there. I could be wrong, but I think it's a moronic cat. Hello? Anyone in there? He's not coming out. Alright, now to lay it down like so. Okay, maybe not just yet. There's more in the back that I'm missing on. Go ahead and Oop. Well, it's okay. It's okay. It's in the case. I don't have to lose it. There's more back here. There's a box in here where the hard drive case goes. I can't get it out. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and screw in the motherboard. Just need to find the screws in here. Being extra careful with this as I can to not lose all the screws. Alright, here are the little screws. There's about 8 of them total, and we're just going to screw the motherboard on. And these are hex screws, so we're going to go ahead and replace it with this little guy here.
Okay, I went back and watched some Creator for a little bit because I forgot a few steps. As it turns out, I got to install the graphics card first, not the power supply. That's what I was going to do next. I don't know if I talked about that or not, but I'm going to do that next instead. Alright, I took these two out of here so that I can install the graphics card. Whoops, the graphics card. I can't zoom that out enough. Asus. Wow. This thing is tiny. I probably could have gone with a triple fan. My God, this thing's small. Okay. I mean, it's a fan. And it's in. I say we, I'm screwing this in. All right, one more part left, and that's the power supply. All right, and there's the last piece, the power supply. Wow, whoa. There's all the cables that we're gonna need to power everything on. Safety and compliance, who needs that? God, it's a big box for a small package. Ooh, don't break that. Ooh, and there it is. I think it goes in, does it go down? Yeah, it goes, okay, it goes downward. And, whoa. I'd better plug everything in first.
Alright, I watched a little Creator, had to get a little reminder of myself what to do. So in goes our power supply. Hold on. Whoops, forgot to film it. Here, I'll show you guys me screwing it in. Okay. And now here's the scary part. Cable management. Well, time for some sped up footage.
All right, it's actually the next day. I decided to call it a night and just do everything else off camera because the cables were starting to become really stressful on me. But after a little bit of cable work,
The cables are pretty much done. Let's close it all up. I'm gonna close up the back first so you guys don't have to look at my terrible cable management job.
well, that's a bummer. I can't do that with one hand. We got power already. I think this is going to be cool. First boot up of the new computer. Let's see what happens. Please don't blow up. Nothing. Oh, wait, I didn't turn it on. Stupid. And now we turn it on. Oh, it was on. It's not turning on. Hold on.
Okay, I had to have my brother come over and help me, but as you can see, the plugs are now all in the right place. So now I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. Give it some gas. And as you can see, the RGB on the motherboard is already lighting up. So let's turn it on. As you can see, the fan is spinning, the RGB on the RAM is working, the RGB on the graphics card is working. Everything seems to be going all right. But as you can see with the main problem, none of the fans are spinning. And we checked all the cables and everything is plugged in where it needs to be. So I'm gonna have to go get a monitor and a keyboard real quick and see if we can fix the problem. So I'll be right back. Okay, so my brother's supposed to be coming over to help fix my PC, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my desk. Because right now it's very dusty. I mean, I'm usually better at cleaning dust than this.
All right, time to get everything cleaned up and ready to turn this into a full PC setup. And to be honest, I kind of hate dusting because there's so much crap I have to move off of my desk. It kind of gets overwhelming after a little bit. One of those things I have is this FazeBerry G Fuel can, which I saved because I got that right after Phase discontinued their partnership with G Fuel. But now that G Fuel has actually re-partnered with them, the flavor might be coming back, so it might be pointless to keep the can now. But I still do it because having a clean workspace is very necessary. Now what you're about to see next really goes to show how autistic I am. Just watch this.
Okay, I just want to let you know how neurodivergent I am. So everything you saw on that desk when I took it off, I just place it right here. Like, I don't know what else to put it. I don't know where else to put it. So, yeah, it just lays on here until I finish.
But the benefit to now having a clean station is now I can reorganize my stuff and make it fit better. That was my high school diploma, by the way. Anyway, with everything reorganized, I can now put down my monitor and my mouse and get everything into place. Also, I dusted this little keyboard drawer here and the top of the counter. As you can see, I had a bunch of other collectibles up there that needed a good dusting as well, so I did that off camera. And then I just put everything back, reorganized it, and put everything into place. Now, this part is pretty bad. I thought I was dusting this thing pretty well, but as you can see with all the dust falling on top of me, it really wasn't that good. I had to pull out so much dust from these crevices, it just filled up the entire rag. So that's a lesson for you guys. Dust regularly.
Okay, I think we did a mostly good job here. Now for my brother to show up and we can get this PC running.
Okay, so my brother just came by and fixed everything up. And with the help of him, the PC setup is now complete. I'll probably do a full setup tour on my YouTube Shorts. I just realized that as I'm recording this, it is 2 days before the TikTok ban. So you'll probably see it on YouTube Shorts. But anyway, as you can see, the 3 fans are now spinning and they have RGB, which is the most awesome part. RGB going off in there, fan going off there, fan going off there. And yeah, this is amazing. You guys, I can't tell you how excited I am to finally have this. I can now properly make gaming videos for you guys. I can't wait.
Alright, I'm doing the outro in this video the same as the intro, but except this time I have some lighting. So some final thoughts on this PC build. Being my first PC build ever, it was quite an interesting experience. It was fun, it was terrifying at some parts, It was kind of discouraging when I couldn't use my CPU cooler because I couldn't use the RGB in it, because it turns out you have to have a 3-pin setting in your motherboard in order to use RGB in your PC. So black cooler it is. There's also a headache. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. On my first day building this, I actually got a headache from all the cable management. I had to stop on the first day. And honestly, I think I would probably do it again, except probably get some different parts. I mean, this runs on DDR4, and it runs pretty smoothly. Like, I don't see any other problems with it. I just hear that DDR5 is supposed to be a lot better. So if I ever do this again, I think I'll get some DDR parts, some DDR5 parts, and see if there's a difference. Now, as I'm recording this clip, it has been over a week since TikTok got banned, but the ban only lasted like 12 hours. But with TikTok being back, I will do a full setup tour in the future, and I'm going to post that to YouTube Shorts, because now I can post videos up to 3 minutes long, which actually helps get my viewing hours up. But if you made it to the end of this video, please like this video, because this took over a month to get out. With building the PC, trying to get everything working, and buying the monitor and the keyboard, this took well over a month. It took over a year to get this PC because I had to buy all the parts progressively, because I only work part-time and I still have to pay bills and loans. I mean, my student loan was paid off, thank God. I put a lot of effort into making and editing this video, so please like this video. It helps us get into other people's recommendations, and it also builds up my viewing hours, so it helps me get monetized. Also, leave a comment on what you thought I could have done better on this build. Also, make sure you subscribe and join the Ballistics crew. I've got a ton of gaming videos coming out for you guys. I've been playing these new games the first time and recording a lot of content. I've been playing Marvel Rivals, and it's gonna be kind of quiet because I'm kind of concentrating. I think I might stream that more. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up there. Before I end off this video, I have to say one more thing. I forgot to peel off the tape. Let's do that real quick. That was not clean. I do apologize for that sound. That sounded like crumbling paper. I was hoping for something better. Till then, see ya.